Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me see you in the chat. How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Come on in. I'm just going to click to my screen to make sure I can see that you are with me in the chat. I'm Charreah. I hope you are excited. I'm really excited about our webinar tonight. Thank you for all the prayers. I'm reading emails from so many of you. I appreciate it. I'm so excited to kick off 2017 with you. I'm just looking so that I can grab the link so I make sure I see you in the chat. Give me a shout. Let me know you're with me. Let's see here. Where's the chat? Boom, boom, boom. It's 8 o'clock. We're getting started. Come on in. Come on in. All right. Let's see if I can see what you're saying to me. Oh, yeah, I can see me. I see you. Do you see me? Hey, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to your 2017. I'm so emotional. I'm Charreah Jackson. If you don't know, come on in. For the early people, I love it when you're here on time. And if you are here, wait to the end because I got some incredible information to share with you and some incredible opportunities to share with you tonight. So just happy 2017. This day is so special for so many reasons. It's the second day of a year we've never seen. It's the first Monday of this year. So for a lot of us, it feels like, okay, now it's officially a new year. Yesterday we could play, have some good times, and today it got very serious. So thank you for coming to this webinar. We'll be here for about 45 minutes. I will be taking your questions, and I will be sharing with you 6 steps to unleash love and success in your life in 2017, and to do that in 6 weeks. Because guess what? Does anyone know what tomorrow is? If you do, write in the chat, let me know. Say hello to each other. I'll say hello to you. Any questions you have, I definitely will be taking them. And I hope you can see me all right. Come on in. Hey, Brianna. So back to my question. Does anyone know what tomorrow is? If you do, write it in the chat. Let me know. But tomorrow will be exactly 6 weeks until Valentine's Day. And my promise to you is that if you hang with me by Valentine's Day 2017, you will be fully in love with your life and everything in it. My name is Charreah Jackson. Some of you I know. Hey, friends. Hey, family. And my auntie, my mom on. Thank you all for joining and support. And some of you all, this is your first time seeing this girl on your computer. So for you, I say welcome. I say hello. And I say, hey, family, because I don't think it's any coincidence that any of us are put into each other's lives. So if you're watching me right now and I'm watching you, we're supposed to be in each other's lives. So I'm just happy to see what will come of our relationships. But for those of you who don't know, I'll give you a little bit about what my bio says. So my name is Charreah K. Jackson. I have the honor of serving as the lifestyle and relationship editor of Essence Magazine. I've been in the magazine industry for over a decade and have been in the personal well-being space doing relationship coaching for more than 5 years, traveling the country, talking about how do we upgrade our relationships. And really a huge part of upgrading our relationships with other people is starting with ourselves. And if you are joining, don't keep all the goodness to yourself. If something resonates with you, share it with your friends. It's a new year. And we want to make everyone feel like they have a fresh start. Because one of the things I love about New Year's is you get to hit that restart button. You see I'm in my sequins. And when you head over to happilyever2017.com, you'll see me in even more sequins. Because tonight is a special night. Since it has a capacity. Oh no, they're saying the webinar is at capacity. It should be open to as many people as possible. I don't know. It's YouTube. It shouldn't be at capacity. I don't know. And also I'm getting these messages because they're in our Boss Bride tribe. So I got to give a special shout out to the women who are here from our Boss Bride tribe. You can join our incredible Facebook group if you just go to bossbridetribe.com. I'm a little nervous. I guess it's a good problem, but why is it saying you can't join? I don't know. It's saying they're at capacity. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep going. And if you are trying to comment and you can't comment, I do apologize for that. You can just send me an email or a tweet. I definitely will look and make sure I get back to you. Because if you are watching me right now, you should have gotten the emails. And if you did not get the emails, you just want to make sure you go to readyformyhappy.com so you can get all the good information. I got some good freebies. I've been working on some really cool information to give to you. But I definitely want to jump into our lesson. So if you're still with me, just type in the chat so I know. And I'm keeping an eye out. And thank you for being willing to try something new with me. This is new for me. This is my first webinar. But it's not my first time being able to share incredible information with people I adore. So I'm so excited to be able to come to you in a new medium. And I'm so excited to have put together an incredible course to help you fall in love with your life in 6 weeks called Happily Ever Now. So if you want to get a sneak peek before I go into the 6 steps, you can head on over to happilyever2017.com. Can someone write that in the chat for me? happilyever2017.com. So I'll jump right in because I know we're moving fast and I want to be able to answer any questions you have. But really, the 6 steps to helping you fall in love with your life and really attract the love and success that you deserve is the first step. It really starts here. And that's really owning how incredible of a force you are. And once you get clear that there's only one you, that's when every woman and man becomes unstoppable. You know, I think we don't have to look far to see how special we are. When we look at our hands, when we look at our fingertips, we're able to see how magical we are, how magical and abundant life is, but also how we're the only person in the world and who will ever walk this planet who have our unique combination of our skill set, of our culture and where we come from, and our life experiences. And when you put those things together, you become an unstoppable force. So before you jump into goal setting, before you do your vision board, before you do anything else, you have to really get very clear that I am it. I say that all the time, my friends, you are it. And if you need any reminder, whatever dream you have on your heart this year, know that you are it. And in module 1 in the Happily Ever Now course, we break down how do you discover you are it and what are the ways that you can bring forth your unique assignment in this life. And so we go through what's called a life plan. Has anyone heard of a life plan? Any life planners in here? So I first learned about a life plan about a year ago from Melinda Emerson, who's the creator of Small Biz Lady. And it really transformed my life because I had vision. I'm very pro vision board, and we talk about vision boards in the online course. But for the life plan, it allows you to set times against what is on your vision board. So when will you accomplish those things? Because I think a lot of us, especially for women who are on the webinar, we start to think about, oh, I want to do all these things. I want to, have a baby. I want to start a business. I want to buy a brownstone. I want to travel the world. I want to get my master's. I want to get my PhD. We have all these things, and we never really say, well, what comes first? And so what I really help you do in the life plan portion, and why it's important that you do this in your own life, is it helps you get clear of what's most important in this season. So yes, you can have so many incredible things happen in your life, but they won't all happen at the same time. So 2017, if you really want to have your best 2017 you could ever have, you will have to say what is first. What is priority number 1 for when you leave 2017? So as you want to ask yourself that even in this moment, if I could do one thing, if I could do 3 things for the entire year, if I could accomplish 3 things at the end of this year, what would those 3 things have been? And by doing that, you helped yourself streamline. And I love it. I'm a member of First Corinthians Baptist Church here in Harlem. And that was the message for this weekend, simplify. And it's so on key, and it's so what we talk about here. And really, for you to have the best life you could ever have, it will require you to give up some things. So that I'm skipping ahead, but if you get to step 3, and how do you really unleash love and success, you have to be willing to do like this. Go from this, and do it with me. If you're watching right now, ball your hands up in a fist. Do it with me. Ball your hands up in a fist. And now open your hands up. And notice the difference. Notice how different your hands feel. But this is what happens. A lot of us are going through life like this and wondering why we're not getting new opportunities, wondering why we're not meeting new people, wondering why we're not getting the promotion. And it's like we're so closed. And we're not willing to let go of anything we have, but we also do not create space for anything new. So one of the modules I'm so excited to have in the course is talking about how do you open up? And I talk about for me. For a lot of us, we're like this, and I was like this because I was so closed. And because I did not trust that if I open my hand, if I open my heart, if I allow myself to depend on other people, that they would hold me down. And so once I really gave myself the opportunity to say, what happens if you trust? What happens if you surrender that the universe is on your side? that the universe is on your side. And so that's one of the things. I know I jumped right in because I'm so excited. If you're just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. I will be sending a replay of the webinar, so don't feel like if you're late, you missed out. And you do want to stay to the end because I will be dropping some super gifts. It's the holiday season, the end of it, so I have some gifts for you for showing up on a Monday night. I don't take your time for granted, and it says so much about you. So I've talked about myself and who I am, and I also want to talk a little bit about who you are. You are, I'm almost getting more, you are the type of person who, in a world where you could be doing a million other things, you're out here trying to better yourself. And your life will be better for it. Your family will be better for it. Generations to come will be better for it because you're the type of person who's willing to say, you know what? I want to be the best version of myself I could be. And I'm that type of person. So I see myself in you. And I'm so grateful that you saw yourself in me to come by on a Monday night and come and hang out. And I hope I make it worth your while. I hope you've signed up to make sure that you get all of my emails because 2017 is a big year for us. It is a big year for the planet. The planet is in demand for people to wake up and live their absolutely extraordinary life. And I want to share with you how I've been able to do that. So I talked a little bit about some of the bio stuff. This 2017 was a good year professionally. I created a website called Boss Bride, which is provides career and life and love support. Let me slow down. Career and love support for women. We also have the Boss Bride Tribe, which I mentioned. And this year I was able to sign a book deal with St. Martin's Press to present Boss Bride as a book. So I'm finishing that up. So it's a lot of things professionally that are going great. I do coaching, as I mentioned, but there's things that aren't in my bio that I'm even more proud of, because at the end of the day, if I could have one thing that to sum me up, I would say I'm not only a survivor, I'm also a thriver. So I'm an 11-year cancer survivor. I've beat heartache. I've beat being laid off in the height of the recession and needing to restart my career. And so not only have I made it through, but I did not let the things that tried to come from me steal my joy. And so sometimes we cope with what we've been to, but we've not fully healed from it. And so one of the things I want to tell you as you go on this journey is you get to heal. Part of this season in your life is to say, I'm sorry, I got my lights on in my room. It's not only did I make it through, but I'm better for it. And I'm also here, there's somebody on this webinar right now who just needed a reminder that what you've been through wasn't happening to you, it was happening for you. What you've been through was not happening to you, it was happening for you. So I have this scar on my arm. I didn't plan on showing y'all that. This is a scar on my arm. This is from, and it's, you know, this is an 11-year-old scar. This is when I was going through chemo, they put a port in your arm, in my arm, so that they didn't have to keep going into my arm to get a vein to give me chemo. So they'll put a port in and they could just put the drug right into my arm. And for a while I felt uncomfortable. Like, when is this scar gonna go away? And after a while, it went from being a sore spot to being this beautiful opportunity for me to celebrate being alive. And so it made me feel like a warrior. So for those of you who have scars, and those of you who don't have physical scars, but you have the emotional scars, you have the wound, you might have sometimes the shame of it, whatever it is, know that it didn't happen to you, it happened for you, and you're better for it. And I don't make light of anyone's pain. It was not fun. I don't wish pain on any of us, but I am here to tell you that everything that I went through that was not comfortable, that I did not like, that hurt me, made me stronger. People often ask me, like, how did you end up a relationships editor at Essence? And oh, thank you for tweeting. I see you, Rapso Danny. The chat's not working, but I love y'all. So New School, we just gonna make it work. And I'll make sure you get. I'll be sure to email you the webinar and the replay. And I'm sorry I won't be able to take questions that much, but if you tweet, and I should be able to see. And this light is hot, I'm gonna be sweating. This is my bedroom. It's Harlem, but I could not come by and say hey. But so we were talking about the importance of like really grabbing hold of your pain. And I was saying how, you know, I serve as a relationship editor and a dating coach in my life. And people always ask me, how'd you end up there? And I have like the cute answers. I wrote about it in college. But the truth is my parents got a divorce when I was really young. And honestly, if I'm all the way honest, I didn't grieve that divorce or their breakup from 30 years ago until the last year. And so a big part of my 2016 was when I talked about opening up, it was releasing old pain. It was being able to say out loud that I was hurt. Being able to say, and part of the course is talking about naming our pain. You get to say what didn't work for you. And so I got to say, I wish my dad had been around more. And just saying it and owning that fact and owning the pain that had owned me for so long was so freeing. And I'm so off script, but that's what my spirit says. So that was for somebody. I hope whoever that was for, you got it, because that was not in my script. Neither was showing you my star, but it's good. So I'm here because I really am excited, and I'm telling you all the ways I got to my happy, right? Because happiness is a habit. So a lot of times, especially in our culture now, it's about, looking good on the gram and all those things. And I'm here to tell you, like, it's not good enough to just be good on the gram. It is not, your best life is not just someone liking it or being impressed by what they think you are. Because even in my life, sometimes I feel uneasy, like, listen, there's rough parts of this journey. And in the course, I talk a lot about, the uncute parts of life that really have built the muscle to be here, because it's so extraordinary. And so I talked a little bit about owning your purpose and owning your power. And that's really what the first module in the course breaks down, is that you are it. And if nobody told you that, I'm here to tell you that. But because you're it, I need to tell you something else that's very important that you know. And it kind of hit me this year. I work with a coach called Julian Gordon. He's amazing. And we were on a call, and he was like, and I'm saying like a lot, sorry, y'all my girls, we family. But he was saying what area in your life do you want to break through in? And I'll ask you that now. What area in your life do you want to break through in? I don't know why. It seems like the chat stopped at 10. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened here. Or maybe the chat is still going. I can't tell why the chat is acting up. But I'm just trust it. But I'm asking you, and this is the other part, as I'm going. So even though I might not can hear you, I can hear you. So it's important that you get comfortable saying things out loud, because the universe is listening. And the more you put boom and you say it actually out loud, what you want and what you don't want is important. So when I ask you a question, unless you're sitting on a train, I want you to say it out loud, because it's important you get to hear your voice say it. And so this next part, I'm asking you to join me. I can hear you, so don't sell me out. And really, you wouldn't be selling me out. You'd be selling yourself out and your dreams out, and you don't want to do that. But I'm going to tell you this, or ask you this, which is something, so I was telling you about Julian, right? What area in your life do you want to break through in? So I'm asking you that. What area in your life, I'm looking at you, we're looking at each other. What area in your life do you want to break through in? Say it one more time. If you didn't say it, I want a breakthrough in my life. For me, mine is time management. Mine is support and team. I want to break through in like how to build team, how to be better at asking for help. So I hope you said it out loud. Okay, so I have good news for you. I know what the solution is, and it's one word that will fix what you just said. The problem you're having and what you haven't had your breakthrough yet is you. Whatever you just said, finances, family, meet somebody new, dating, find an apartment, you are the reason it has not happened. You are the reason it has not happened. But if you're the reason it has not happened, it also means you are the reason that it could happen. And so because of that is why I'm here right now, because why we're here right now, because you have to know this, which is your happiness is up to you. Say that. I'll say it. My happiness is up to me. Say it with me. My happiness is up to me. My happiness is up to me. So it wasn't the boss. It wasn't the boyfriend. It wasn't the manager. It wasn't the landlord. Like everything that was them is us, because we're in control of this. You decide whether or not you'll be in Bangkok in 7 days. Because if you wanted that to happen strong enough, you are powerful enough on this planet to make that happen. And I'm just here to remind you that your happiness is up to you. My happiness is up to me. And once we get clear that we hold the keys to upgrade our own lives, that's when transformation takes place. I'm talking to you because some of you are friends and some of you are new friends. But I tell you, 2016 had me so on fire, I had to be here with you tonight. I'll be honest, this is not what I had planned right now for Monday night. But this is what the universe kept pushing me towards, saying, okay, and every door kept opening and say, well, go do this course. Go do this course. I give some love to my incredible videographer, my good friend Brandon, who came over and filmed videos that are incredible. If you go to happilyever2017.com, you can see the promo video there. The courses are amazing. The videos are amazing. I'm so excited. But I say that to say, that's what happened when I got clear that my power was in my hands. So part of transformation is knowing that it will always be up to you. You will always have the key to unlock. And I'm here to help you help sharpen that key. I hate that I can't better see your questions. I don't know why. Let me refresh it. Maybe it will let me see your questions. Y'all hanging in here with me? I appreciate it. I hate that we're not chatting. Oh, wow. Y'all are in the chat. I'm sorry. It was me. Are we in here? I would like a financial breakthrough. I see you. Hello, Alex. Hello, Nicole. Amen. Amen. I'm so glad to be here. I mean, and that's part of it too, right? Because this ain't church, but I'm obviously born and raised in a church. And one of the things I'm so excited about in module 1 in this course is that we really help you break down how did you end up here. So I've been so reflective over the last year. I talk about amen and stuff, but I come from 6 generations of preachers and teachers. My mom was my Sunday school teacher. Her daddy was a preacher. My granddaddy's granddaddy was a preacher. So even though I'm not preaching to you tonight, it's in the blood. And it's important that you know what is your legacy that you inherited. What is the stuff you're carrying from generations? And what will you leave for future generations? So I'm so excited. In the course, we have a whole module that talks about what is your legacy and how are we making decisions today. But I want to keep moving. I promise you. Oh, there's promise on there too. Okay, we in here. And let me tell you, because a part of the course helps us celebrate. I'm telling you what's working, and I'm telling you how to get the things to the next level. But in doing that, you got to know what's not working. And part of what's not working for me right now is that, like, I had a friend who came over and helped me, but I'm in my room. I didn't really tell a lot of people I was doing this because I was scared. And to whoever this is for, you got to do it scared. I've been terrified for days, and I'm here. And what the worst that could happen is what? And the best that could happen is I got to see you, so it was so worth it. Thank you for making it worth it. But I say that to say I'm here alone, so thank you to my girls and my friends who are tweeting and texting. Yes, okay, y'all are with me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep moving. I want to be respectful of your time. We're at 8:20. We're already at the 20-minute mark. So I want to get to some of your questions, and if I don't get it, I think you've already seen that it's worth. Thank you for being willing to jump in here with me, and I'll do it right the next time. So look, keep an email out. I'll keep it tight, and I'll make sure I can answer questions easier. So thank you for grace. Because if you give grace to me, guess who else you get to give grace to is yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. Okay, so we talked about step 1 to unleashing love and success, and it's really realizing you're it. You are it. So if you for any woman out here who's like, I'm ready for the next guy, I'm ready, not even the next guy. When you get ready, and that's a whole other one. I will do just a webinar on how to get the person that God and the universe has for you, because that happened to me this year unexpectedly. I went through a breakup that I did not plan. I pitched a book called Boss Bride, and I kid you not, the day I got my agent got the contract for my book Boss Bride is the same day I broke up with my partner of 7 years. So it went from like, yay! Oh my gosh, what just happened? Even though it wasn't, oh my gosh, what just happened? And it was a beautiful relationship while it lasted. And when you do all this growing and all this stretching over 7 years, we had run our course. And part of module 3 in Happily Ever Now is talking about how do you get the courage to let go? Because for a lot of us, this, of course, this feels good, but it's scary because it feels like anything could come in here. But I'm telling you, when you open yourself up to all the many things that could happen for you, abundance shows up. When you trust that everything, and there's always more and better to come, then the universe will wow you. So I talked about, this breakup I went through with somebody I thought I would marry. And also how I knew I was covered through all of it. I knew if I was going to be taken through that journey of like walking away from a relationship, I knew that there was better for me. And I had to trust that. And when I wasn't looking better, she came up and tapped me on the shoulder. And I'm telling you, it's worth it to try something new. And it's not saying that this will always be perfect, but it is saying you have to be willing to try something new. And that's why I'm so excited you're here tonight, because you're willing to try something new. It's the first Monday of the year. You have a clean slate. But I can't let you be here tonight and not remind you this. Any day can feel like January 1st. So if you watch this webinar and it's March 30th, it's not even the 32nd. If it's March 30th, you can hit reset. And a lot of times we feel like, oh, we went so far down this road that I'm too late. Like even, I can use my relationship for example. Oh, I mean, how do you walk away from a 7-year relationship? I'm like, because I gave it 7 years. I gave it my best shot. So if you've been on that job for 20 years, if you got that degree and you spent 8 years in school and you actually don't like it, you do not have to stay in things that have expired. And it's not saying that it wasn't good while it lasted. It is saying that you get to try something new. So this summer, I got the ultimate reminder of that. I went to South Carolina, where both of my parents are from, standing on the porch at my grandmother's house where my parents got married. And I stood there, not in the summer before, and it was I didn't stood there. I looked at my parents' wedding album 2 years ago, and it was unsettling. It was like looking at like the first scenes of a horror movie when everything's happening. You just were like, it's coming, it's coming. And so I looked at it and it made me unsettled, like, oh, why didn't it work out? All these things. And I went through this healing phase where I said I could be grateful that they were together. I could be grateful for what it was without it having to be forever. And I can say thank you for what it was, and it didn't have to be forever. And what I got this summer was the ending does not own the story. So for anyone who's having the courage to try something new, to leave, to pick up your stuff and just go start over, know that what you just left doesn't own the fact that that chapter had value. So don't just let it say, oh, it didn't work out. Oh, that moving to New York didn't work out. This didn't work out. That all of a sudden what you put into it doesn't count. You get what you get out of it. And so I feel like I'm not on script, but that's okay, because your spirits are asking for whatever is coming. And I know this is for somebody who has requested me. So whoever this is for, thank you. And for those who, I want a financial, oh, I love this. I love seeing the questions. So in the course, and if you go to happilyever2017.com, you can see a sort of a, you can see the curriculum, the course overview, so you can see all the modules. But one of these steps, and I'll keep moving. So we talked about owning your power and purpose. We talked about creating more space for love. We talked about minding your business, which is really so critical, because because we're in this age of Instagram, everything looks good. We all can put a website up and have a business open in a second, but really, we want to make sure we're having thriving business and financial breakthroughs. And for the person who wants a financial breakthrough, I'm going to tell you a secret. Money isn't the problem. Because the truth is, and we know this, the high percent of people who win the lottery and end up broke. And you're like, well, why does that happen? How do they go from living off of 30,000 to they can't even keep $1 million? And what happens is, if you don't change your mindset around abundance, if you don't expect to be a millionaire, it won't happen. So when the people who never expected to be a millionaire end up a millionaire, it is so uncomfortable that they rather blow it all away than to adjust their mentality. So this is your opportunity. For those of you who are saying you want a financial breakthrough, it will start in your heart. Every breakthrough you have will start in your heart. And so whatever things that's lacking, that I'm not enough, there is not enough. Thank you, Erica. She said I'm on script. Thank you. Thank you. But it will start in your heart. So I'm here to tell you, that's why Happily Ever Now was so on my heart, because I knew if we got this straight, if we got the fact that we are it, if we got the fact that sometimes we have to be willing to open up and let go and move forward, if we got the fact that, yes, we got to mind our business by minding our emotions first. Because all of it, I talk about, everything stems. We live in a culture that wants to talk about weight loss. Like when you see people who are often overweight, and I'm one of them, my weight was not about food. It was, what was my food covering? What was I using food to numb? What was I using food to escape from? And so if you move into food wouldn't change the fact that I never addressed what was the food for. And so really shifted my emotions around myself and whatever hole in my heart that the food was filling, whatever hole in your heart the money will fill. So this is a chance for you to get heart whole. I'm here for this, and there'll be more webinars around this topic. And I hope you start to know that like, oh, I almost about to cuss, but listen, the importance of starting with your heart. And I've done all these modules. There's a great giveaway coming soon, but I can't go any further without actually going to step 2. It's step 2, you'll see that. But actually, it's really step 1. And it really is this. The quality of your life, and if you will have that financial breakthrough, if you will have any of your breakthroughs, the quality of your life and your next step lives in the quality of your relationships. We are nothing without other people. Whatever title you have, or whatever you got in your Twitter bio, I'm a mother, wife, CEO, whatever those things are all connected to other people. And there's a reason that in prison, the most severe punishment is what? Yeah, you're like, oh, what is it? Oh, solitary confinement. The worst thing that someone will ever do to you is to put you all alone. And so with that being the reality, that means the reverse is true. The best thing we ever do for ourselves is to put ourselves in situations where we are loved and supported. And so one of the essential steps to you unleashing love and success in your life is to meet your love and success squad. The good thing is you stay to the end. I will be sending a PDF with all the slides, and you can get the 6 steps and have all the information. So I will be sending that in email as soon as we wrap up on the webinar. But you have to know your quality of your life is living in your network. So if you get some time tonight, go ahead, pick up your phone, go to your contacts and look. See who did you text Happy New Year to? Who texted you? Who did you call for Christmas? Who did you call? Who did you not call? And the good thing is, and why I'm so excited to do this, launch this course at this time of the year, is because this is the best time to reignite your relationships. If you want a better life, upgrade your relationships. If you want to upgrade your finances, upgrade your relationships. Because the truth is, we are not comfortable making a lot more money than our friends. You are not comfortable making a lot more money than your friends. So if all of your friends on that struggle bus, you could love them, but know that you will have to get friends who normalize abundance too. One of the best quotes I ever heard by Susan Taylor, and it goes right with making room for love and success with step 3, is not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. And I know it sounds harsh. When I heard it the first time 10 years ago, it sounded harsh, but it was a gift to me to remind me that let people earn their way into your space. But to remember, you have a whole orchestra. You have a theater of people you could bring into your life. So as you elevate in your life, you have to elevate your circle. So the only reason, I'll be honest with you, the only reason I'm sitting here right now and we're talking is because of the people in my circle. It's because of people like Nicole Roberts-Jones of the Fierce Factor, who said, Charreah, go launch the webinar, buy your URL. So that's how I ended up with Ready for My Happy. I love that URL. She's the one that inspired me. She's the one that inspired me to get a URL, Boss Bride Tribe, go over there. So if you want to upgrade your life this year, the quickest way is just to upgrade the people you hang with. Upgrade who you called at New Year's. And it's not saying you have to leave behind the people who you've been here with, because it does not have to be lonely at the top. You can take people with you. That's Mickey Taylor. It does not have to be lonely at the top. Take people with you. But as you're going to the top, start to expand with people who are doing things you want to do. Reach out to people, tweet people, give people love, because when you pour out love in this universe, it will come back to you. And if you want a quick fix to a breakthrough, that's why when I talk about those people who hit the lottery and lost their money, how frequent it is, that how mind-blowing it is for me, that people usually spend thousands of dollars before they ever win the lottery. So they've already lost money, they gain money, and then they lose it. But the reason is that it's not just that they're not comfortable with it, but they're not comfortable going to the family reunion and being the only one with money. They're not comfortable having to now move and leave all of their friends. And so if you don't have friends who are elevating and growing in your space, you will start to feel uncomfortable. And guess what? You'll either start to shrink back down to not make it uncomfortable, which is robbing the planet of how great and brilliant you are, which is why I'm so excited for the explosion of Facebook groups. So yes, I hope you're in the Boss Bride Tribe, but even if not, go through and find other groups that speak to you and normalize success, because the importance of having a love and success squad is not only do they celebrate you and they support you, but they normalize your next. Whatever's next for you, somebody else already done it. Whatever you're hoping to do tomorrow, that was somebody's yesterday. That was somebody's 2015. My 2017, every dream I had for this year, for some of my friends, that was their 2013. And that's my good news, because that means they can tell me about any obstacles that are coming my way. And a lot of times we feel like, oh, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to, we're not comfortable being with people who we think are further, but that's the secret weapon. If you meet really successful people early on, they were very comfortable being the dumbest, not dumbest, they were very comfortable being the least experienced and the least knowledgeable person in the room. And if you're at any part of your life, if you're the smartest person there, it's time to move. And it doesn't mean you can't still go there. But if you're the coolest person in your squad, if you're the smartest person in your squad, if you're the dopest of all your friends, you got to expand and get some new friends who make you look like, oh, there's levels. You know, not to be all, yes, there's levels. So if you get nothing out of tonight, I want you to go on your LinkedIn, update it, personalize it. Join me on LinkedIn. I would love to link with you. Engage with people. See who's doing similar. See who's looked at your profile. Get on Facebook. See what people are up to. Make calls and emails to people that you met. Because the truth is, nobody's really a stranger. And once you meet somebody, you know somebody. So at any point, you can choose to up level your relationship. There's plenty of people I knew casually that this year I said, okay, it's time to up level this relationship. So I'm going to refresh so I can personalize it. Join me on LinkedIn. Sorry, we live. All right, I'm trying to see. Okay, thank you for joining. I appreciate you all. We're moving, and I'm doing it afraid, but I'm not as afraid because y'all been so loving and good to me. Thank you to all the tweets and I appreciate you all. So we talked about critical step. If there's anything in the 6 steps, I'll tell you the truth. After you own your power and you get that you're it, after you take full responsibility that your happiness is yours for the taking, your love and success is yours for the taking. So I said some of the course how, there's often a woman who comes, Charreah, have you met my husband yet? And it's like, I'm not a genie. But I tell you this, the best thing I can do for you is to help you meet the love of your life, because you will attract who you are. So I don't want to introduce you to somebody who's great and amazing and you're not even ready to receive it, because then you'll sabotage it. You will self-sabotage your blessing if you're not emotionally ready for it. And so that's why we talked about I don't know why these people who lose money with the lottery, but it's such a visceral example of what happens when opportunity comes and you're not ready. And so in this season, I want you to get ready for your next. I want you to be, as one of my friends just told me as I was nervous about, expect it. Expect everything you desire. Expect everything you dream about. Expect everything you put in the chat that you declare is yours waiting on you. It's like waiting behind that door, just waiting for you to become the person you are. So a lot of times this last year was about me becoming the woman I got to be to have all my dreams happen. Because I knew in my head what I wanted. I was smart, but my heart had to get stronger for me to go full out for those things that I desire. I see a couple of people who are joining. Thank you. Hey, Sonia. She's watching, listen. I'm grateful for all of you. However you got here, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that you're here. And let me tell you how gratitude works, because that's not even one of the 6 steps, but if there's a secret weapon to all of this, to owning your power, to opening up, to let go, to up leveling your squad and creating your love and success squad, all of those you have access to. When you're grateful for it, you didn't have to have any of it. Because when you're ungrateful, and that's a whole other thing, but it creates bitterness. And whenever you're bitter about something, you're blocked. And so when I was bitter about my parents' divorce, honestly, if I'm honest, I didn't even know. I had hid that pain from myself. I was bitter about it. And until I was willing to grab it, it would be a block in my life. And I would be carrying all that baggage into a marriage. And I'm so grateful that I got free and I opened up before I got there. So we're already at 8:36. I do want to get to some of your questions. I appreciate you hanging in with me. I like the way you worded it, Nicole. A healthier relationship with money. Y'all better be in this chat talking. Okay, I'm going to go over to YouTube just to see if there's any questions there, because I hear there are. And let's see. Until I was willing to grab it. Sorry. Uh-oh. Thank you all for hanging with me. So I'm just going to check any questions that might be posted. I want to make sure you're getting out of it, because the whole point of this is we get to be together. And it's 120 of you watching live right now. Wow, that just blew my mind. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't take your time lightly, so let me get to your questions. If they will let me in, let's see. All right, what are your questions? What will you walk away from eternal worship? All right, I'm not seeing any questions, affirmations, information. Let's see. How do you know this decision? Ooh, all right, Alex. See, he's coming in here. All right, so I'm moving through. I told you we get through 6 steps, and I will answer your question, Alice. He wants to know, how do you know? Which is a great question. And honestly, I'm gonna stop right there, because it's one of the biggest questions. One of the blessings of working in media and working at Essence as an editor is I get to see hundreds, if not thousands, of questions from women and men around what's on your heart, what has you stressed, and if you could sum up one of the biggest relationship issues we have, whether it be work, relationships, often romantic relationships, dating, is when to go, when to leave. And It's not a simple question. It's not something to take lightly. But it is to know. The truth is this, and I said this on the Meredith Fiera show. If you're asking that question, if your spirit's saying, is it time to go? It's about time to go. And a lot of times, the reason our heart is saying, I'm ready to go, and our mind is running the list. What will people say? What I'll do? Like, we don't trust ourselves that actually better is on the other side. And so I'm here as a living testimony that better is always on the other side. And that sometimes you wait too long and you don't even really fully have the option, or the blessings that were waiting on the other side aren't even there, or they've dried up. I heard this at church at New Year's Eve service. My pastor said, you don't want to get to the end of your life, and when you die, you're showed the person you could have been. You don't want to spend this life, and how precious life is. Yesterday was January 1st. And you know how Facebook does, it shows you memories, and I'm gonna start wrapping up, but Facebook shows you memories. And I saw a memory of what I posted last January. And I saw a friend, probably many of you know, had commented on my Facebook post a year ago. And she is no longer on this planet. She did not celebrate 2017. And so I'm so here and urgent and on fire, because life is such a gift. I don't show you this scar to say, oh, look at this scar from when I had chemo. I show you this to remind me and remind you that every day you get is a gift. And I'm here to help you make the most of this gift, because there's so many people who would love to be on this planet who aren't here anymore. And so I'm urgent about you going to get your happiness and joy. I'm urgent about loving my life and having a good time. It's because there's people who I'm here that wish they were in my shoes. And so I didn't mean to go. But as far as your question, that's also why you cannot afford to stay too long. Sometimes things run their course. I read the good book Unconscious Coupling this year, which is really good, but it really helped me get that perspective around how our cultures like to demonize endings. Oh, it didn't work out. It's like, actually it worked out and it ran its course. Oh, you was laid off, so it didn't work. No, actually it did what it was supposed to do. And so sometimes we're not willing to let go because A, we're not open to there's more for us, and B, we're worried about the fact that it didn't last forever, whatever that is, that it didn't serve a purpose. And everything that's happening in your life thus far was here for a purpose. Sometimes things expire. My mentor, Sylvia, hi, if you love and know Sylvia, hi, but she always talks about, when was the last time you got a new phone? Because this is the iPhone 7, right? What if I was out here trying with that first iPhone? And we don't think anything about upgrading our phones, but sometimes we have to upgrade our relationships. We got to upgrade our jobs. We have to upgrade our thinking. We have to upgrade our emotions. We have to upgrade our style. Like, you have to be willing to let things go to create space for this abundance you want. So I know in my life what some of my blocks were, why I wasn't fully at the levels and happiness I could have, is that for a long time I was not willing to let things go. So I was a block. And so really, for somebody, the biggest thing you do for 2017 is just to open up. What if I just let go? What if I didn't have to be the president of everything? What if I knew because I'm it and I'm worthy and I was sent here with a unique gift and unique talents, I don't have to prove my worthiness to anybody? How freeing would it be to just open up? So let me go through. I am preaching. I know I didn't mean to come all preachy, but listen, that's what y'all asked for. He got me on fire when that to go. Not about finding the right mate, but being comfortable. That's the other part. And this is to anyone who's single on this webinar right now. This is actually for you specifically. Celebrate that season. I hate how our culture treats singleness and dating like it's a rat race to kind of like you've arrived if you marry, which is not fair to marriage, not fair to any people, because it puts so much pressure just to jump over some type of line, and then you're there and you're there. And so one of the things that came out of me going through a breakup, honestly, was how many people who were like married and were like, man, they kind of weren't happy, but they weren't willing to do anything about it. And so I say that to you to say it's not just about meeting anybody. It's about taking advantage of the fact that you get to choose a life partner, and also B, knowing that you will attract everything you are. And so it's fine. I'm all about getting clarity about what you do want, and then doing those things in my life to generate that type of experience. So I used to play around that I had birthday mojo and new man mojo. Every time I was in a new relationship, or if it was my birthday, it felt like everybody was trying to get at me. And that was not the case. It was just the fact that when you're happy and in love with your life, people are excited about it. And so I just wanted to throw that nugget out for BJ 1911. I'm all in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna stay focused. So we're at 8:45, and I told you it would be 45 minutes. So I will start wrapping it up. I will see any other questions we have. I want to go over what we went over tonight. We went over a lot. I was a lot not on script. So I do want to tell you a little bit more about why today is so special. As I mentioned earlier in the webinar, and I will be sending a link out to anyone who joined late so you can get the full experience, is that tomorrow, January 3rd, Tuesday, will mark exactly 6 weeks until Valentine's Day. And that's enough time for you to be on fire about your life. I wake up excited and grateful to be alive, excited and grateful for the relationships in my life, excited and grateful that I get to make a living doing things I love. And I've cultivated a strategy for that to be the case. And I want to share everything I've learned with you. And I've poured my heart out into a course called Happily Ever Now. It's a 6-week course to help you fall in love with your life by Valentine's Day. You are it. You have everything you need to create a life you love. And I'm here to push you to that next level in your life. Because as I mentioned, you deserve everything you dream of. Your dreams actually aren't just for you. Your dreams are for my grandkids. And so selfishly, I want every single person who can hear me, see the sweat on my brow. I want every one of you to live the extraordinary life. Because when you do that, the entire planet shifts. We don't have to talk about politics to know this world is hungry for you to live that life. So your dreams are your roadmaps, and I'm here to help you get to that next step. So if you go to happilyever2017.com, you will see my online course. It's 6 weeks. It's videos. You can watch the promo. Please type the link. It's just happilyever2017.com. And because you came here tonight and saw me sweat in my room in Harlem, because we're here, because I'm on fire for you. I'm on fire for you, literally. That's how much I love you. Because you're here, and because today is the launch day, and the course just went live today, if you sign up in the next 12 hours, you would get a $30 discount. Actually, you get a $130 discount. The course is valued at $197. For anyone who registers by Friday, the course will be $97. And because you took the time on January 2nd to start your year off right, and to spend time with me and trust me enough to stay to this moment, you will get a special discount for $67 for 6 weeks of online coaching. 6 weeks of online coaching. Go over to happilyever2017.com. You can register. And the code, the code is just got mine. When you go to type in your coupon code, the code is got mine. It will only work for the next 12 hours. It's a 6-week video course. I'll be sending you emails. I will be taking you through step by step these 6 steps on how do you really unleash love. So you don't have to let go. It's not easy. It was not easy. It took me 30 years to mourn my parents' divorce. So I don't think in this 45-minute chat you'll be like, okay, now I'll just be over it. No, that's not easy. So I'm here to guide you through how do you release everything that's not working for you to create space for your abundance. You deserve your financial prosperity. There's enough land in this world for all of us to have a couple of acres. There's enough abundance in this world for every person who's watching right now to be a millionaire, and it be sustainable for generations to come. That's what I'm up to. And I'm here to be a part of your Love and Success squad. And so I'll help you build your squad as I become a part of your squad. And one of the things I love most about the course is that we will be engaging with our communities. And so each week you'll have challenges to engage with something. I won't give it all. Well, I'll give it all. Challenges to help you really engage with your way in a deeper way. So I thank you all. I thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm scrolling through to make sure I didn't miss any additional comments or questions. Now, y'all like that. Not everyone gets a front row seat in your life. And I quote people. And the thing is, when you sign up for coaching for me, and it's really a steal. So only this night will you be able to have hours of coaching with me for $67, which I won't be doing because I know my worth. And part of Mind Your Business Module 4 in the course is Know Your Worth. And so this is my gift because I want to serve as many people as possible. And what you get with me is not just my insight, but as you know, as I'm quoting Julian, I quote Nicole, like I am a coaching. A year ago this time I was moderate at the Strand bookstore, helping Lisa Nichols launch her new book, Abundance Now, and interviewing her. And so I'm not just bringing me, I'm bringing everybody and everything I know. I'm bringing everything and everybody I know because I want to give it all to you, because I know that the world is hungry for you at your best. And I'm excited to see how you up-level your life and how you up-level your circle and how you really step into the driver's seat of your life. Because as you know, and I know, your happiness is up to you. My happiness is up to me. Say it with me loud. My happiness is up to me. And I say that to myself. So when I'm stressed about what the cashier, it's not them. At any point, I get to decide what my happiness looks like. And I get to go courageously towards it. And one of the modules I didn't go into tonight deeply, but probably was pivotal, and the reason so many of us have not moved forward and what was holding me back was fear. And I have a whole module built on how to use fear. Fear is not going anywhere, but how do I use it as a tool instead of it being something that's stopping me? I had a friend, I always quote somebody, but I had a friend who told me, fear is a toothless tiger. And I said, that's profound. Fear is a toothless tiger. We give fear a fancy name. We call it procrastination. We call fear all these things. But at the end of the day, fear is a toothless tiger. And I'm here to tell you, it can roar. So fear was coming from me that this webinar wouldn't happen, that my computer would act up, I didn't have a mic, you wouldn't be able to hear me, all these things, right? But I said, that fear may roar, but it would not destroy. Fear may roar, that toothless tiger may roar, but it will not destroy. And it's time for you to get your muscle up. It's time for you to stop playing. It's time for you to go get those things that you know that are in your heart that only you can do. I'm not going to play with you. I told you, when I saw my girl Daisy write a Facebook comment in my Facebook post from a year ago, and Facebook showed you my post yesterday, it lit a fire in me that I had to share that with you, to say, we don't get to waste it. We've been given 365 days. Thank you for starting the 364th one here. But this is your life, and I'm on your team. And so I hope you join me. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for reminding me that we're on track. So if I'm on track for my life, that also means you're on track. So anything you've been through up until now was all getting you on track. You're not late for your life. So even if you've been talking about it for 5 years, I was planning to do this webinar a year ago, if I'm honest, but I wasn't ready. I didn't have the nerve. I was letting that tiger get to me, and here I am. So you're not late, and I'm just so excited to be able to join you on this journey. So thank you for joining me tonight. I take your time seriously. Head over to happilyever2017.com, claim your spot, because I think I only have about 30 spots available for that discount code. So you want to go over there, get your spot for $67. As I said, it will last for 12 hours. So you want to get it tonight. And after that, up until Friday, the course will be $97. And after that, the course will go back to its regular price of $197. And so you want to get this discount, but not just a discount. You want to invest in yourself. And I tell you, I used to be the type of person who was uncomfortable paying for coaching. I always was trying the freebie. Is there a free workbook, a free guide? And I realized the reason I wasn't growing because I wasn't willing to invest in myself. I was more comfortable spending money on other people, on dinner, on drinks, on skirts, than I was comfortable spending on my own future. And I don't like play around. Like, I actually have made it clear that I want to take care of my grandkids. And so if that's the case, I have to grab hold of every resource that's available to me. I've told you I've been wrapping up for 10 minutes. I'm Southern. I thank you for joining me. I will be following up. Keep your eye out for the email. Get your spot, happilyever2017.com. And I just have to end this by saying thank you for trusting me. Thank you for spending this evening with me, and thank you for joining me on this journey. I wish you an extraordinary 2017. I hope this is the year you've been craving, and I want you to know it will be whatever year you say it is. So don't wake up tomorrow asking, will this be a good day? Tell the day you will be good. Tell your 2017 you will be good. Say it with me. My 2017 will be good. Because when you put it in the atmosphere, when you say it for yourself, the universe responds. So I'm not here to wish you that your 2017 is good. I'm here to tell you, to tell your 2017 is going to be good. I already told my 2017 you're going to be good. And now I will act accordingly. So have a wonderful, wonderful night. I look forward to joining you on the course. We'll be having webinars like this within the course where we'll be able to engage, and you'll have some great time and really set your life on fire. You deserve it. You deserve everything your heart can hold. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. And of course, join our tribe, bossbridetribe.com. We're on fire. It's an incredible group. And I just wish you a wonderful, wonderful 2017. Thanks. Uh-oh. I'm out. I'm out. I loved it. I love being with you. We'll do it again, all right?